For those that followed my blogs for like the last few days or however long, they know that I've been looking for you, quote unquote, right? Because you've been missing, and shout out to the people that's been watching the vlogs. But as you can see, I found Chrissy. But the truth is, she actually wasn't missing.
I wasn't missing.
So why don't you tell the people what happened and why I couldn't find you for like a week?
So I don't know if you guys follow. Well, hopefully you guys are following our podcast, Work in Progress. Shout out to us. But the last episode, I talked about online dating and how I was taking a new approach, and I was using the Plenty of Fish app. So within, I guess today actually makes 2 weeks. But so 2 weeks ago, I decided to meet up with one of the people. Well, one of the guys that I thought, I didn't really know much about him, but I was like, he approached me the day before, and he wanted to like hang out. But I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not leaving my house. So the next day, he hit me up again. And so I'm like, okay, maybe he's like really interested because he's being very persistent. So, anyway, my plans got changed. And so he was like, well, why don't you chill with me? And, in the back of my mind at the time, I did think, like, there was a part of me that was like, it's midnight. This dude wants to chill with you. He might be thinking he's gonna get some.
Right.
But then there was the other part of me that was like, well, I would know in a conversation with someone that, like, that we both are on that same page,
Mm-hmm.
that, this was gonna go down. But it really wasn't one of those conversations. It was literally like, what are you doing? Okay, I'm at work. What are you doing after? It was literally one of those, like, just basic general conversations.
Right.
So there was a part of me that didn't think that. So then, and if you guys follow us on our podcast, you know that we are very, like, we get really personal. We have no problem. I have no problem sharing this story. I'm actually hoping that, sharing this story on the vlog will, reach out to other people who might be online dating or thinking about online dating. I wish that personally I had did more research about online dating before I necessarily got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it was one of those things that I just decided to try. So basically 2 weeks ago, I ended up going to his house, whatever. He came to pick me up. And we were in his room, and he had a movie playing. And I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna watch a movie. Perfect. That seems harmless. So we're watching the movie. This is on his bed. Yeah, I'll get personal details. It was on his bed. And we're watching the movie, and he put his arm around me, and he started fondling my boobs. And I remember at first I was just like, okay, cool. And then I remember I was like, okay, pushing his hand from under my shirt. So then we were laying back and watching the movie, whatever. And at one point, he got out of the bed.
Yeah.
He got out of the bed, and he took his pants off. And at first I was just like, back in my mind, I was just like, I know myself. I'm like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
I knew right then and there I wasn't gonna do anything because I didn't really know much about him. So he took his pants off or whatever, and
Keep going. I'm listening.
he apparently already had a condom in his pocket,
Sorry.
and
Mm.
he put the condom on or whatever, and um we're laying down, and I feel him pulling my pants down. And I remember I'm like, no. And I'm pulling my pants back up. And he's being persistent about it. And he's like pulling it back down. And then, so in the midst of us, we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I continue to lay down because now I'm watching this really, really good movie. I think it's called Little Evil, by the way, if you guys ever want to check it out. But we're watching the movie. And then next thing I know, I feel the lubricant. Like, I think that's what made me like freeze. Like,
Mm.
it was the feel of the lubricant inside me. And I remember I kept pushing him out the first time. And I put my pants back up. And I know a lot of people probably like thinking like, okay, you know you didn't want to do it, why you didn't leave? And at the time, when you're in that moment, you're like, okay, you're hoping that this person isn't what they are making it seem like they are. And when we were having conversations, it generally sounded like he really wanted to just like, was interested in my day or whatever. So then sorry, then we're watching the movie again, like still watching the movie, and he does it again, the same thing. So now at this point now, he is becoming more aggressive because now I'm like completely fighting him on this.
Right.
So he gets off the bed or whatever, and he takes the condom off, and basically he sits on me. Like, imagine, guys, someone who probably weighs 200 something pounds dead sitting on you. So now he's sitting on me so that I can't move. And now he's like demanding head from me. So he's like, well, the least you can do is give me head. And I'm like, not doing it. Not doing it. And the reason why I am a person, I can't get really personal, but I am a person when it comes to oral, I don't do it with everybody. I really don't. I feel like oral is just something for me. I have to be really into the person, or I have to really care about you, or I have to feel safe around you in order to do it. I
Mm.
just can't just go down on anybody.
Yeah.
So he's sitting on me now, and literally he takes his fingers and he hold my hold on. I'm literally giving you guys this visual of what he's doing.
Mm.
Holding my mouth open with his fingers, and he's like basically shoving his penis in my mouth.
Wow.
So he's shoving it in my mouth. I'm resisting. And meanwhile, he's sitting on me, so I can't move. And basically, when he gets off, guys, I just feel this hot substance all like dripping down me.
Mm.
When I looked, he basically came on me, like no words, no nothing, just came.
Yeah.
So now after he came on me, he continues to do it again. This time, no warning, comes on my face.
Mm.
After he's done, because now he got off not once, but he got off twice. He gets off the bed and yells at me and tells me, let's go, because he has to go to work. Now he's driving me home, and I know everybody's wondering why would I get in a car with someone that just basically violated me like that. I stupidly did not bring my wallet. That's another thing. Never go anywhere without your wallet.
Right.
So basically, we're in the car driving home, and he says to me, by the way, you know, some of my cum is still on your face in case you were planning on fucking someone else tonight. Right then in that moment, I never felt more dirty in my entire life. To have someone look at you like you're just somebody that I don't even know how to like say it, but like he basically tried to make me look like I was just this slut that wanted it and that I'm easy. And literally, when I got out that car, I wanted to die, guys. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to end my life. You can ask anyone. That day on Snapchat, I wrote that I wanted to die. In that moment, I I never ever felt dead. Um, and literally for a week, I didn't want to talk on the phone. I didn't want to answer text messages. I didn't even leave my house. Um, I didn't feel normal. I had 2 suicide attempts. Um, and all of that changed me as a person, and it changed the way now that I interact. It changes the way that I am around men. Um, I feel like it's going to take a while for me to, if that's even possible, for me to get back to the person I was. But um, I guess I just wanted to share this because I feel that it's important to share. I feel that other people who are either thinking about online dating um, or already online dating, just don't make the same mistakes that I did. Not everyone you meet online is what they say they are.
Yeah, but even so, that doesn't excuse someone. Like, I can't even really put it into words. Obviously, you're taking a risk with anything, and I personally appreciate you even sharing this because a lot of people don't. You're taking a risk with anything in life, like, but I mean, online dating, you're already taking a huge risk right then and there. Like I said on the podcast, I don't trust not interacting with somebody in person first before we even start talking about, online and anything like that. But, sometimes it works out for people. But the point is, no matter what you think you did or could have did differently, at the end of the day, it's not your fault. Like I told you before, and I know people can tell you that a million times, and you still feel how you do. And I can't say I get that. Like I told you the other day, I don't. It's never happened to me. Do I have friends that it's happened to? Yeah, obviously I'm talking to you, but there's other people that I know that have gone through something similar. And to say it's not right is an understatement. Um, no one should have their rights violated. Okay, at the end of the day, that your human rights violated, because at that point you're not even treating the other person like a human being, because the person that's doing it is not being a human being. So I mean, you can say that you can tell everybody not to make the same mistakes you did, but you didn't make a mistake. It's not your fault. It's not like you made some mistake, and because saying that you made a mistake is insinuating that you did something wrong in a situation, and you didn't. So, I hope this person rots in hell for what he did to you. But more importantly, I hope that he doesn't do this or is not able to do this to anybody else. But guys like this don't learn. They never do. Because in their minds, and obviously I'm not a rapist, so I can't speak for that, but from what I've read and from what I've seen, these guys don't learn, and some of them don't think what they're doing is wrong. They don't, like, in their mind, they feel like they're not doing anything wrong.
Of
Like,
course.
I bet if you ask him, he's gonna say, oh, she wanted it, or, this, that, and the third, and that's just totally, like, and
Right.
utterly wrong. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
how else to
It's
put it.
like it's twisted. It's like, well, she came in the car with me, and you know, and I would understand if I was dressed a certain way or if I said something
Even so,
that
none of that matters. Honestly, I get what you're saying, but even if you were, that doesn't matter. You could be wearing nothing, and it doesn't give him the right. It doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't. Um, but I hate what you're saying. Sorry for cutting you off, but it doesn't. I hear what you're
no.
saying, but it still doesn't. Nothing excuses this. There's nothing that can say, okay, I see why you did this. Like, no, no. Um, and yeah, I was a little mad at first with the whole thing and not being able to reach you, but when you explained it to me, which you didn't have to, but when you explained it to me, I understand. I get it now.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
a
saying?
lot of
Because,
people were mad at me.
well, yeah,
They
because
thought
you
I
don't,
was.
huh?
I'm not. Yeah, you guys know me very well. I'm not the type of person to just disappear.
Not for
I'm
a week, like for a day
not
or
for a
two,
week,
like,
a day
okay.
or two. Yeah, but I'm a person that's always snapping. A person that's probably always on
Yeah,
Facebook,
that's what had
Instagram.
that's how when me excuse me, that's what had me the most worried. Like, you always snap, like, and see, I don't, but you do. So that I
I
was
too.
like, the thing is, like, I didn't see you on Snap. I really thought something was wrong with you, and I knew. The thing is, see, what people don't realize is I knew she was going out that Friday because she talked to me right before she went out. So
I did.
I knew that you was going out to meet this dude, which I was against in the first place. But again, you're grown, and that's your decision. You know what I'm saying?
He was.
It still doesn't, but it still doesn't make the situation right. But me personally, the paranoid person that I am, because I'm very paranoid, I don't trust anything, but I really don't trust online dating because you don't know who you're gonna meet. But nonetheless, I was the most worried probably because I knew that she was going out with somebody that she doesn't know from this app. You know what I'm saying? So when she snapped that thing about wanting to die, and then I knew that she was going out with this dude. I put two and two together, and that's why I really started worrying. I didn't know what the situation was, but most people just thought, all right, well, she wasn't on social media for a little bit. All right, she's not answering text messages. No, I knew specifically what the relation was to her not being on social media and what happened that night. So that's why I was a little bit more worried than some other people probably. But I'm glad that you're alive. Okay, I don't want to say okay because how can you be like okay?
Mm.
But I'm glad that you are alive and it's not as bad as I initially thought it was. Um, and you try not to stress too much because, like I said, you know I would have heard about it if something really bad happened, like something critical happened to you. But there was still that fear, like, yo, I know she went out that night. So that's why I tell
Mhm.
you all the time, and I tell all my friends all the time, you gotta be careful. I'm not necessarily against the online dating stuff, but that wouldn't be for me. And this is, and I'm not using this as an example, but I mean like just the fact that not knowing people, this is why I wouldn't do it because yeah, it could happen to somebody that like it could happen with somebody that like let's say you knew somebody for a long time or longer
It's
than
true.
just an app and then you go to chill with them and the same thing happens. You never know. But what I'm saying is it's more of a risk when you're doing it with somebody that you don't know. that you
It's
have
true.
not met in person.
It's true. I
So
mean, this is the second time this happened to me. The first time was with people that I know. So it happened.
yeah, but it
I
wasn't to this
experienced both,
extent though.
not to the extent correct, but um, since then I have not been on Plenty of Fish. That was the app that I used. If I didn't mention that, so if anybody is using that, I would just say be careful. I did report his profile. Plenty of Fish still kept his profile up there. So, and a lot of people ask me, why I didn't file a police report. Um,
That was gonna be my next
and
question.
thing about police reports is you have to have a certain amount of information for them to make a report. Like, a lot of people think that police reports are just, okay, make a police report, that's it. I can make a police report, but without any information for the police to go off of, it leaves them at a dead end. And
So
then
you
it's
went
like,
to his house.
I was at his house.
All right.
Um,
So here's the thing, right? Before you continue, right? Because I'm gonna let you finish, but because I
yeah,
lose my train of thought.
yeah, of course.
So I know with a police report, because I've had to file many of them, not for the same reason, but because of my line of work, that we're not going to get into here. I have to file police reports a lot. So you're right. Without the proper information, they can't really do anything with it. But you know the person's name, you know the person, you know where he lives,
I know where.
you know, and if he, um, how can I put it in the technical term? If he relieved himself, I guess, on you, and that means that there was his DNA on you, right? These are all key things when it comes to trying to prosecute this person. So to say that you need information, yeah, you do, but you have a lot more information. Look, listen, there's some people that don't even know the person that assaults them. Like it's random. Like, some guys just attack random girls in the street and they don't know them. They don't know their name. They don't know where they live. They do it right there in the street. You have more information than a lot of other women. So that's why my next question is, if you have this information, all right, why not lock this asshole up?
Um, I think it's more of for me. It was more of I didn't want to be labeled a victim. Um, and most people don't know this about me. So I studied criminal justice in my undergrad,
Mm-hmm.
and now in my master's, I'm doing legal studies. And so I learned about all these different um, cases and how women who've like been sexually assaulted, how you know trials go on for months, and then the person ends up free because of this evidence or because of this message. Um, I never wanted to be labeled a victim. I never wanted to get through this. Though go through a trial. I didn't want to put my friends and family through seeing me having to go through a trial. I think, yeah, psychologically, I am kind of like messed up
Yeah.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I never, I never wanted to um go through that. Like I don't want to have to sit there and sit in a courthouse and testify and relive that story every single time because that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to sit in front of strangers and I'm gonna have to tell the story 1,000 times, and then they're gonna watch the people close to me listen to that story 1,000 times. Um,
Yeah.
I I never wanted to deal with any of that, and that was one of the reasons why I never reported it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt at the time too, I was just blessed that he didn't hurt me.
But he did.
He's like, psycho, yeah, mentally he did hurt me, but physically I'm still here.
Yeah,
There's women that get assaulted and don't make it back home.
that's true. That's true. But
So,
in order to, I can't say, I'm not going to say prevent it, but in order to try to limit the amount of women that are brutally assaulted and sexually assaulted, when you want to, take it to the legal. I get what you're saying though. Like you don't want to sit up there in the courthouse and have your friends and family have to hear the story over and over again and have you listen to it over and over again and relive the hurt and all of that. I understand that, but sometimes you have to look at it from this perspective. You don't think that it's a bigger issue than just you. Like I understand, like our concern is you, like and my concern is you because I care about you and you're my friend, right? But when you look at the grand scheme of things, right, you not coming forward, right, and then there's 100,000 other women that don't want to come forward because they feel the same way that you do. When is there ever going to be justice for these people? Ever? If everybody just says, okay, I don't want to put my family and my friends through this, and I don't want to put myself through this.
it's also, I also see that point. Um, I think it's just more of you just st- like for me because this is what I studied.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just learn like so many of these cases get thrown out because of like the littlest thing.
Right.
Like sometimes people don't even believe the female.
That's true.
Like you could have somebody just twist the story for you just real quick and be like, well, it sounds like you guys were having a conversation and it sounds like um you know people could twist it like, oh, one of the things I remember he said to me was he thought that I was into roughness.
Mm.
Um, and some people are into like being rough and hurting each other. Um, that isn't necessarily me.
I understand that, and I get that there's people like that, but
I do like playing around sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but there's only been one other person in my life that I was intimate with that sometimes, yeah, it can be a little rough, but that was it. Like,
yeah, but
and even then,
mm,
yeah, but even then, I'm just like, in his mind, he thought that I liked it rough because I kept fighting him. So it
yeah,
shows me that he gets turned. That's the part that turns him on more. And that's the part that made me sick inside. He got turned on more by me saying no than if I was to say yes. He probably wouldn't have been turned on so much. So
yeah,
it's like he's a guy that he likes stuff like that. He gets off on women saying no and women fighting him versus women just giving in.
I mean,
Like,
they're saying they're saying no in a playful type of way. Like, okay, there's some people that's like, oh, a woman says no, that means it's like no. I agree with it, but again, it's all about body language and context, right? So, and I used to, me and some of, I can't even say some of, me and one of my past partners used to joke around about that also, like, all the time. Like she would say no, and I would stop. Like I would dead just stop. Like I'm like, nope, I'm not playing around with that. Because the minute she says no, it's a wrap. Like it's no. Like, but that's just me. Even she be like, because she even say like she used to say whatever. Just because I said no doesn't mean I actually want you to stop. Like it's all about how I say no. I get that, but again,
but
my
that word,
paranoia. Yeah, that my paranoia is like I hear
no.
no, especially in that type of situation. And just knowing what's happened to people that I know, I'm stopping. Whether you mean no in a playful sense or not, you know. And again, I can read it usually. For the most part, if I'm intimate with a woman and she's saying that or whatever while we're about to get it in, I know that it's not that she actually wants me to really stop. You know what I'm saying? But just how I
But
am, don't say.
I think it's also if you know that person.
Right,
Um,
exactly. You don't know this person. You know, he doesn't know you. So
yeah, me. I think for me, it's the exact same thing. Like me and my past person. Um, it was certain things that sometimes I just didn't want to do,
all right,
but he respected that.
yeah, which he should.
Um, and he never pressured me on it. I just think for me, I just learned the life lesson. Um, honestly, guys, I don't do online dating for the wrong reasons. I learned that I did online dating purposely only to move on from someone,
Yeah,
and it was the wrong reason
yeah.
because, um, I mean, I happened to be like, I met two more people that, I was interested in, but the other two, they never, they asked me to chill, but it was more like, oh, let me take you to dinner.
And that's
Let
how
me,
online dating should be. Like if that's what it really is, online dating.
and I don't know why I rejected dinner to go chill. And I guess part of me was because like I felt like if I went out to dinner with them, that was saying that I'm really over the other person, and yeah, I'm ready to like be in a relationship, or I'm ready to like date. And I knew that part of me wasn't, and I think that's why I chose the other dude, because he it was just like, okay, it's just someone I'm chilling with. There's no strings attached. There's nothing. There's no one dinner. There's no dating. There's none of that. So I didn't see the harm for it, and then um, that happened to me. But now I don't use the app anymore. Um, I still get probably 10, 15,000 messages a day, like figuratively speaking. My inbox still goes off all the time, but I don't reply back. Um, I am still talking to like one of the dudes, but like we're taking things really slow. Um, we haven't gone out, we haven't chilled or anything. He's pretty much opening up to me. I'm just taking it one day at a time.
Chrissy, I need you to get rid of this app. I need you to not use this anymore. That's what I need you to do. I need you to
I'm
stop
not
with this.
talking. I'm not talking to him on the app. We actually text. I
Okay,
don't go on.
but you've met him. You met him on the app.
I met him on the app. Yes, guys, I met him on the app, but we haven't chilled. Actually, he wants to take me out to dinner, but I told him that the only way we go to dinner is my closest friends have to be there with me. He got a little nervous about it because he he thought that he was gonna get judged or anything. But
Yeah,
I
we
told
will
him
judge him. We're gonna judge him, but it's okay.
I told him that the only way that can happen is the close people in my life has to be with me.
Listen, the friends gotta be cool about the person at the end of the day. I can't really say that. We don't have to be, but it's always nicer when the person's
It's
friends are cool.
always it's always nicer. It's always easier
Yeah.
when your friends are closer and they.
Well, this has turned into a works in progress podcast. Like it's not gonna be a vlog anymore. I'm gonna try to get this out to everybody as soon as possible. We're gonna wrap it up here because we are going on like 40 minutes. Um,
Oh
Chrissy,
my god!
Chrissy, I appreciate you coming on and telling your story. I know it's not easy for you, um,
Of
and
course.
hopefully
Oh,
this helps other women out there.
yeah, I just look crazy. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You
I
have any?
promise I will look like this on Tuesday. Okay. or whatever day we record.
Yeah, Lewis, what up, man? We sorry we had to do this without you. But so yeah. Well, since this is gonna be on works in progress, as soon as I figure out how to get the audio on, I'll work it out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, he's good. He's a tech guy.
I mean,
Don't mind me combing my hair out.
I play one on TV, but I'm not really a tech guy. Follow my vlogs at Person90 on YouTube. I got a lot of different content on there. It's not just.
Why is it Person 90? You wasn't born in 1990.
So like I made YouTube 10 years ago, and I've had that since I was. No, maybe not 10 years ago, but I think I used the 90 thing just because I think it made me older on YouTube because it was restricted. Before like videos was restricted. It's a long story, but the point is, get at me, person90 youtube.com.
Get at him.
Works in Prague on Twitter. And,
yep.
Yeah, that's where you find all of us. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Chrissy, thank you.
Of course.
And we will see you guys next time on Works in Prague.
Wow.
Slash vlogs.
Slash vlogs.
Oh, Works in Vlog. Huh, I just got an idea. Alright, I'll see you guys later. And I'm going to end it there, but it's still like going because it'll record until we actually hang up. So, yeah. I'm going to try to figure it out.
Works in Vlog, though?
Because I got Works in Prague for the Twitter page. Works in Vlog. Ah, it's lit. It's lit. Chill. It's lit. It's lit.
I thought of that. So make sure you copyright my name.
You thought of that? I'm gonna rewind the tape. We're gonna bring the tape back, and I'm gonna see. We got instant replay.
Wow.
Slash vlogs.
Slash vlogs.
Oh, Works in Vlog. Huh? I just got an idea. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. I helped you with that. Works in Vlogs.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this now.
Fine. Go away.
I will go away.